Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys coming by the channel to spend a little bit of time with me. Always appreciate that. And guys, today we've got some good news when you look at it in the bigger picture, and that is this entire forward-facing sonar debacle that has been thrust upon the fishing industry and in the process of destroying our bass fisheries. It may be coming to an end by something that I didn't really see it coming until here just recently. And we're going to get into that, because when you start affecting people's bottom line on anything like that makes rapid change. And that's sort of what's happening right now with this whole spotlight and deal. So we're going to get into that in today's video. Also, guys, just wanted to invite everybody out there, if you guys like the content here on Intuitive Angling and you want to help support the channel and keep it on YouTube, best way you can do it, guys, is just go into my links that I put in every video description. Use my tackle warehouse link, book it for all your fishing tackle needs, fish the moment lake map breakdowns, our solar bat sunglasses, become a channel member. There's a lot of good ways you can help the channel out, and big thank you from me and my family for everybody that's been helping out like that. We really appreciate it. Okay, guys, here's what's going on. We've covered this extensively in there, and we've talked about all the dangers that forward-facing sonar has thrust upon our sport in the terms of endangering the sustainability of it, creating barotrauma issues for the fish, taking away the mystery and the magic of the sport, making the sport into more of an elitist sport. It's unleveling the playing field. We've been through all of the obvious stuff with that. And it's pretty much fell on deaf ears within the tournament organizations. But here's what's happening right now, and I've seen this unfold over the past 2 or 3 months, and it was really brought to everybody's attention at the ICAST show, at the big fishing tackle manufacturer show in Orlando, Florida last week. There is a concerted effort right now amongst the bait manufacturers all across the world, some of the online stores, retailers, that type of stuff, they have seen the data over the past 2 years, and forward-facing sonar is devastating the sales of their primary tackle lines out there. Because, as everybody knows, most people use forward-facing sonar with a little plastic minnow and a jig head, which doesn't cost very much. A couple other lures out there, and basically that's it. And we have been, or a large percentage of the tournament fishing public has not only been, it's been coerced into having to use this in order to compete, and therefore the lure categories that anglers use with the cheater box is very limited. So tackle sales across the board amongst so many different other categories out there: spinner baits, crank baits, swim baits, big swim baits, glide baits, chatter baits, jigs, all that type of traditional real bass fishing lures has taken a tremendous hit over the past 2 years. And it's directly tied in to the increasing amount of anglers using forward-facing sonar and not buying that tackle. So here's the deal, guys. All of those 20-year-old flat brimmers, they've had their day in the sun the last 2 years, and they've been able to go out and kick the butts of all the experienced hammers out there because they're experts at using PS5 video games and nothing else. That's all fixing to come to an end, guys, because here's what happened. It's like, we know that Bassmaster and MLF is not going to do the right thing in terms of doing the right thing for the threat that forward-facing sonar poses to our sport for all of the obvious reasons. But when you start having people that are losing money and their bottom line are affected, when you start having businesses that are getting severely negative impacted by forward-facing sonar, they're going to take notice of that. When you start having these power brokers within the industry, within the fishing tackle manufacturers, entire genre, basically say to the people that have been perpetuating this cheater box of forward-facing sonar, and they say our sales are being negatively affected in a major way. We are losing millions of dollars every year because forward-facing sonar is taking away our target market, our hardcore target market that we've relied on ever since the companies were founded. And when you start having that type of pressure put on the tournament organizations, that is going to affect change. And if they don't listen to those people, it's not going to go well for them. So this is one of those things that I've been at the forefront of this fight, of the good fight, ever since it started about 3 years ago. And this is one of the things that I never even included into my argument against it up until recently, because it's taken that long to see the impact. And now, from all the sources that I know and the people I know, that were connected with ICAST and people within the industry out there, I have heard it from multiple reliable sources out there that the fishing tackle manufacturers and different retailers have just had it. They're ready to put a stop to it. So we're going to see what this pressure does to it. The tournament organizations are going to be under tremendous pressure to ban forward-facing sonar. And I don't mean just limit it. It's like if they try to come with some type of half measure of reducing the amount of screen size or reducing the number of transducers you can have, but you still allow the cheater box on somebody's boat, it's still not. It's still going to hurt tackle sales across the board. So that may be the thing that finally takes it down, and it's just like anything else, guys. Money rules. One of the things that I have seen in life in general, it's like money and power rule, and they go hand in hand. And you can have a concerted movement to do the right thing for all the right reasons, but a lot of times, if it doesn't affect somebody's pocketbook, nobody is going to do anything about it. We have seen that with forward-facing sonar and the tournament organizations. We've seen the public outcry against it. We've seen people rail against it. We've seen people just, send, thousands and thousands of emails to the tournament organizations that fall on deaf ears simply because they don't think it's right for the tradition and what bass fishing should be. But like I said, when you start cutting into somebody's pocketbook, some of these big players within the industry, it's fixing to change out there. So my advice to all you guys that are addicted and you have your umbilical cord tied to your forward-facing sonar, you better start watching some YouTube videos on how to actually bass fish, because it may not be too much longer where you're going to have to actually know how to catch a bass the real way that the bass fishing is meant to be in order to compete in a tournament. So anyway, guys, I'll keep you updated as I hear. This is sort of an unfolding deal. It's really happening pretty fast right now. So I'll keep you guys updated as I hear anything. So thanks for tuning in. See you guys later.